This is Halftime the Playmakers, your midweek partner with the live show The Playmakers. It airs on WANM-FM 90.5 every Saturday from 12:30 to 2 p.m. It's the one and only Jeffrey Hood Jr. in the building, and in this episode of Halftime with the Playmakers, we will be recapping FAMU's football season, as well as sharing our thoughts on FAMU men's and women's basketball so far, covering what took place last week in college football as there was a lot of mayhem going on, as well as taking a deep dive look in NFL and NBA talk. But tell me, with these amazing topics, I have some amazing guys in the studio with me, as this is our last episode for somebody in here and our last episode overall for the semester. But fellas,
what's going on, everybody? Michael Trim Jr., aka Slim Trim.
What happening, everybody, man? Ooh, last one, best one, man. You already know it's GT. They call me 3P, representing the C-Pole. Hey, man, let's get it. Savannah, Georgia. Let's get it, man. Last show, best one. Let's get it.
It's J-Lo here with the Flavor Station, man, bringing the sauce all the way from Stone Mountain. J-Lo?
Oh, come on, man. Let him go.
We're going to try it one more time.
One more time.
Lloyd, L-L-O-Y-D, with the Flavor Station.
Hey, don't shoot me now.
Bringing the sauce all the way from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Easy on the mic, a.k.a. EJR3. Every journey remembered. Let's make some more.
What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Country, man. You know your favorite Nigerian. But it's my man's last hurrah. G, you will be missed.
Hey, man, appreciate that, man.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jay Scott. Tell you what's hot, what's not on 90.5 The Flavor Station, repping the 813, Tampa, Florida.
And Jay Scott, a.k.a. known as the Poodle Puller.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, no. We was like Shaq and Kobe out there. They don't know. That pick and roll was devious.
Anyways, fellas.
Y'all know who I'm with.
All right.
Bro.
Anyways, fellas, as always, we start off with some FAMU sports, and let's just cover FAMU football. They finished season 7-5. Just overall thoughts on the season. What are some takeaways? What are some things they can improve on for next season?
Well, we kind of talked about what the ceiling and the floor might look like for Florida A&M. But I want everybody to kind of just take a step back and look at the numbers for a second, right? We went 7-5. Obviously, it's, coming off of a championship season, that's not the record that you want to see. But if you told me we were going 7-5 and you were to say that we had lost to maybe at Alabama State, obviously our two FBS games, the Jackson State and the Southern, people would be like, okay, well, obviously disappointing, but those are the teams, if you're going to lose to anybody, you lose to them. So from an outside standpoint, 7-5 doesn't look bad. But when you really take a deep dive into who we lost to and how we lost, there are definitely some questions that need to get answered and fast if we want to have a continuous winning culture at FAMU, not just a one and done year. I think it starts at who he hires at the offensive coordinator position. That's going to be a huge acquisition in the offseason.
Quarterback
is going to be another thing. I think that they're going to tap more into the portal. They saw the success in Daniel Richardson coming off of his grad year. I would think that they would go back to that rather than trying to develop talent. I mean, we've seen Junior Maritovich this season. He'll be going on to his last season with the Rattlers.
We good.
So I think offensive line is going to be another huge get for us, especially losing some people on the depth with transfers.
TJ Lee done.
Grable leaving?
You said who?
Ashton Grable, he leaving?
Nah, Grable back.
All right, cool.
I think wide receiver group is going to be.
I think wide receiver already settled.
I think wide receiver is going to be a position that we're actually pretty deep on. I think we seen.
Well, I'm saying experience wise, it's going to be interesting to watch out for.
You've seen receivers like Quan Lee take leaps and bounds this season.
Yeah, I think wide receiver is like that might be the part that's the least questions. Of course, you lose a big talent with Jamari Gassett.
Yeah,
who got snubbed? Second team swag.
Second team. What are we doing?
Yeah, he was going ham this year. But yeah, I mean Quan Lee, and then you got Goldie Lawrence who transferred over from Florida State, and like he looks good. Like he's at certain points he looked like that guy that Florida State like recruited, and then on top of that you got another Ace Cobb who was very productive until he broke his hand or something like that, or one of his fingers or something like that, and it was out for the season. So I don't think wide receiver would be too much of a question. Of course they're going to bring wide receivers in just to get more depth, but I think like if they were to go out and play with the wide receivers they got now, it'll be a pretty productive unit.
Yeah, I just want to say on the season, it was a tough season to get through. I mean, you look at it, we didn't really have that many home games. There are a lot of other factors I played that were kind of out of the team's hands. I know we had a couple of hurricanes come through and that sort of deal. Add on to that it's a transition year, and those are never easy. A lot of things happen throughout a transition year, and that reflects on our record. It's usually the toughest year. If you just look historically across college football programs. That first transition year from a new head coach or from an old head coach to a new head coach is difficult. So when you look at it next season, we hope that reflects in the schedule. We hope that they start adding in more of their program into play for these players. I'm gonna be honest, this team didn't really get better in the ways that they should have throughout the season. There was no like real progress throughout the season from anything that we saw. Line of scrimmage issues, they remained throughout the year. Turnover issues, they remained throughout the year. They just didn't really turn a corner, and that reflects we kind of had a collapse at the end of the season. So
what I wish to improve on is away games. I think we need to be better on the road. We went 1-4 this year, and last year we were pretty good. But then again, that's going on to Coach Cozy, getting more familiar with him.
But even then, we didn't play well on the road last year either.
I mean, we played.
You look at the Southern game, you look at Texas Southern, Alabama A&M. We were all down early in those games.
But we got the job done when it mattered most.
And
That's true.
People sleep on how difficult it is to play on the road.
Just
in this
winning in
stuff.
general.
Like,
Winning in general is just a
it's
hard thing to do.
And then when you talk about going on the road, like obviously you're not getting like an SEC level experience, but in some of these situations you talk about going
the band make it feel like
homecomings,
SEC.
It's difficult. You really got to be poised and focused to get through that. So when you talk about a season where most of our games are on the road, we had to skip home games because of things out of our control. Like, that's difficult to get through.
And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of trips in the SWAC are long trips. Like, I know everybody always say like Valley is the worst team in the SWAC, but if you ask a lot of players, like when I was at SWAC Media Day in 2023, they were going around asking players, where's the hardest place to play? And everybody was saying Valley because
nobody said Southern. When I was there, Southern was jumping.
Yeah, but I mean, but I'm saying like travel wise, because when you go to Valley, you can't. Valley's in Ida Bina. There's no hotels there. I don't even think it's a McDonald's there. You got to stay in Jackson, which is already an hour away, and then you got to travel another hour on game day. So I think that may play a little factor. I mean, it'd be nice to see them play better on the road, but I don't really count the FBS games. We already know them L's.
Nah, the Troy game should have been a
Detroit game should have been a dub, though.
It should have been a win.
Definitely should have been a dub.
That one I'm not letting slide because they should have won that game. I can't. What he had? What the wide receiver have? 150 or something crazy like that.
He had like 200 yards.
Yeah. It was something egregious. Like
he was nice. I ain't gonna lie.
That I'm not letting that slide. You might?
Yeah, I agree with Justin. We didn't really get better this year, and I'm looking at the schedule just as a refresher, and like we only had one convincing win, and that was homecoming against Texas Southern. And like
the Southern game wasn't convincing.
The Southern game was not. The Southern game was not convincing.
No, it wasn't convincing. Like it was
24-6, but it wasn't.
I think that was the game me and Jalen had covered.
It was.
Yeah, and that game was just like, we won. And
up until the fourth quarter, we didn't really pull ahead.
That's what I'm saying. The last like 10 minutes of the game, that's when like we pulled away, and it was like it wasn't really like one, it wasn't entertaining to watch, and two, it wasn't convincing. It wasn't like we just looked like the way better football team. It just like we got lucky that game.
Got lucky's a little crazy, but I understand what you're saying.
I mean, it's a stretch, but
it sucks because we had the dogs on the team to really like turn the season over and kind of turn that corner, like I was saying earlier. It's just
nobody expected like Daniel Richardson to play that well, and I really wish that the season had turned out better for him because if you look at his story, I mean, truly he deserved a better season. But for him to go out on top, especially after the Florida Classic and everything, I think it's and to win senior night, last game at Bragg. I mean, I think that in a holistic standpoint. Season one is
technically he didn't win senior night. Technically we lost senior night.
Okay, well,
we're being technical.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but yeah, technically.
This season, as much as we want to put it and whatever we want to say, this season was a disappointing. Like, we look like pure garbage from start to finish.
You know who you remind me of right now? Tristan.
No. Like, let's be for real. The Norfolk State game was garbage. We watched it single-handedly. Like, it was we never literally was able to stop the run all season. We lost to Mississippi Valley State at home. Right there, your grade of the season should be an F.
Yeah.
Like, what are we trying to do?
So
Greg, we piggybacking off right now?
You give him an F.
I gave him an F-.
What's your grade before we talk about another FAMU sport?
C-.
C-.
bro.
To D.
I'm giving him a C-.
C-?
Nice. It should be at least the highest of D.
I'm gonna give him a C.
C. I'm gonna give him a C too.
I'm gonna give him a C, yo.
Bro, y'all gotta explain to me why y'all giving these dudes a C.
I'm giving
This is Cozy's first year.
Bro, it doesn't.
What didn't you tell me a stat, G, that when Coach Simmons came, he was 7-5 too?
When Simmons got hurt, he was 6-5.
6-5. Okay.
And hold on, just to add more context, they were leading the MEAC and blew the lead in the last 3 games of the season.
Did Simmons lose to Mississippi Valley State?
They weren't in the SWAC back then.
Yeah, they weren't in the SWAC back then.
Did they lose to Howard, who was the worst team?
They did, actually.
I'm about to say, I think they actually did lose to Howard that year.
That's why they didn't win the MEAC.
Yeah, I trust Scott.
My dad wasn't even there, but I remember watching that game.
Yeah, they lost to Howard 31-23.
I give him a C.
I say
Now next year
He
there's no
trying to think of
excuse.
another team that they lose to.
I
They lose to Delaware.
That's kind of crazy though.
No.
They went positive.
No, so the
And they
the
lost
reason-
the Classic the first 2 years. Simmons was here too.
Oh my
Yep.
God!
Yeah, they did. I remember being at that
okay.
VCU
You're
game.
making the grade go up just a little bit. But
So D. So it's a D now.
It's a who?
It's a D.
My God, I said an F minus. It might be an F plus.
Oh my
Like,
God.
That's what I think, bro.
No, it's the fact that they lost to Mississippi Valley State.
So
at
if we were
home.
7-5 and they didn't lose Mississippi Valley State, what would your grade be then?
it would be a C minus.
So okay.
Dang, you
So
would
we're
jump
all-
up that much?
So
So
we're all a
they-
C.
so they
really
went-
we're all a C.
Yeah,
So
I'm
they
with-
went.
I'm with-
So
wait,
they
wait,
went
wait,
9-3, and that one L to Mississippi Valley. What would be the grade?
It would be a D minus.
Yo,
Like, bro, are y'all
His
understanding
grades
who?
do not make sense.
No, are y'all understanding who Mississippi Valley State was and what
No, we
we
understand.
lost? Bro, we had a 23-game winning streak at Bragg. We lost it to an 0-10 team. Yes, they getting an F on my books.
upset is an F.
To an 0-10 team? Because this is supposed to be, because the grade against Mississippi Valley State was supposed to be out of 100, where the rest of the assignments was out of 25, you heard me? So if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, like, this is the grade that's gonna help you with whatever assignments you miss, whatever things you need to get better at, whatever things you need to improve at, this is the assignment for you. And you dropped the ball on the assignment?
I get
yeah,
you, but
you
a-
getting an
An
F.
F is kind of crazy though.
Man, I don't even want
So you ain't never got no test result back, and your friend like, yeah, man, I got a 96. You look at your grade, I'm like, hey, well, I got a 55. That ain't never happened to you before.
That happened to me a lot. It happened to me today.
You ain't failed the whole course though, innit?
Today.
Man, you don't know that.
All right, then.
Right.
Exactly. Now, fellas, let's talk about some hoops. The women's basketball team here at FAMU is 0-8.
Bro, like we not about to talk about this.
Oh, my
didn't
fault.
know they were
cursing.
0-8.
I'm done
Like,
cursing, bro.
I think the men have one win and
Man,
the
listen,
women have
listen.
0 wins.
They
So-
they have not really had nothing to play against yet, so we can't really like see how good they are.
Yeah, there's been no
so
strike play
yeah,
yet.
It's like, can we talk about
What's their
something?
schedule?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like
yeah. Well, they didn't lose to Howard.
Yeah, they
lose to
did lose to
Howard.
Howard, but it's like, bro, like we just gonna be bashing the girls, and we don't even know if they're really good or not.
So you can't tell right now. Small
Nah,
sample size.
it's
I think
a
it's
bad sample size.
concerning.
It's
But
concerning to start 0-8.
Yeah.
I mean, but look at the schedule.
Bro,
Florida
look at who
State,
they're playing,
Florida.
though.
Is it though? But these aren't even bad losses if we
That's
being
true.
real.
No, they should have
Bro,
beat
I'm not gonna
Jacksonville.
lie.
They should have beat Jacksonville.
I'm not gonna
should've
lie.
beat
The way the team look now compared to last year and the year before,
It's better.
Like
It's
it's
better.
way better. Like
It's way better.
the effort is there, but they just, I mean, you playing against Georgia Tech and,
Yeah, I gotta see
and
some SWAC
UCF
games.
and all that.
Nah, because it is you right about that, G. Because it's like if we look at last year we looked at this team like, are they even gonna get a win? Because they was losing to teams that we thought that they was actually gonna beat. You feel me? Even games that when you looked at the prediction, they had them favored in the games, and FAMU lost.
Still lost.
Yeah, so we was like, I don't know if they're good on that. But the boys actually look like they.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what about the boys? They're 1-5. They got a game tonight against Presbyterian.
I
but
think
They playing
that-
us.
Yeah, I'm about to say they playing WANM
They
Sports.
They should win that game.
Presbyterian not D1.
Y'all are tripping.
Ain't
Presbyterian's a
Presbyterian
good team.
D1?
Presbyterian's decent though. They're not like
Presbyterian.
They D1 though,
they're,
ain't it?
they're sneaky.
Oh, y'all
they're sneaky
bugging.
decent.
Y'all
Y'all
about
are
to say.
actually bugging.
Who's y'all?
Hey, who is y'all?
I
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be on the record. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you ain't Power 5 or Group of 5, my guy, I don't know you're 5. I'm sorry. Like,
Basketball is different though.
like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of like
tough, though.
mid-major sneaky teams out there. But
they could be sneaky. We talk about them when it gets to tournament time. Like, I promise you, it's all disrespect. Because I don't know anything less than Power 5 or Group of 5.
Look, I talked to Coach Curry at the Classic because I saw him before I went out to the game.
Yeah, we know.
And-
I was there with you.
You didn't see him in the. You know what?
Go ahead, Jalen. Go ahead,
Anyways, I talked to him and he was talking about how Presbyterian is a good school and it's going to be an opportunity for us to pick up a big FCS win at home, which is something that FAMU hasn't done in quite some time outside of the SWAC. Now, you talk about
Coach McCullum. Keep going. Sorry, I just had to do it. I just had to do it.
I mean, you talk about some teams that, you know, FAMU has struggled against. They get a chance to pick up a FCS win here. Now, Presbyterian is no pushover team though. They beat Trinity College, who we play later in the season, I'm pretty sure. And
We played them the
They
same
played them
week.
already. They play them again though, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so that's, and then they played close against what? Charlotte, North Carolina State. They beat Wofford. They beat Youngstown State, Monmouth. I mean, it's an FCS program for sure, but
It's no FCS in basketball.
The only-
Just letting you know.
The only thing with this team is just I don't like how I don't understand. Let me say not like I just don't understand how Coach Curry has so many different starting fives. Like one night it might be the normal starting five, and then somebody coming off the bench and then starting five. I don't.
Do you think it's so
I mean,
he can
because
fill
he's trying to get a feel of
Yeah.
his
Yeah, I mean,
roster.
I get that, but like from a player perspective, I'm like, dang, I just started, now I'm on the bench.
Yeah.
like
But you do remember last year, Coach Gordon had the same thing with Olivia
Yeah.
Delancey.
Yeah.
And she was like trying to figure out like where she gonna use her best, whether it's gonna be on the bench or starting. Because it's like these are the games where you could gauge who your strongest players are. Because
Yeah.
it's like in the midst of the toughest competition that you would possibly play all season before you get to the playoffs,
Yeah.
you want to see like, okay, what five can I really? What I know is these are my Rough Riders right here.
Right.
Yeah, because I think Milton Matthews is a great player. I mean, if you guys are at open practice, I mean, we saw first-handedly. But like one night he started, the next night he's coming off the bench. I mean, granted, he did have a bad shoot night when he did start. I don't know if that was the main reason, but what were you gonna say, Justin?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like similar to the women's basketball team, the schedule right now hasn't really called for like. It's hard to kind of tell where this team is at, just according to like our standard. But one thing I will say, I noticed the last game is I like Shaquille O'Neal's game, man, and he
He caught a body.
I like his
Did.
game. He hasn't really had a lot of minutes so far to start the season, and it looked like last week. I can tell he got some efficiency to his game as well.
Yeah, he's
So
very streaky, up and down guy.
we need him to. I honestly want to see him take more shots, get more shots in.
Honestly, you're not lying about that. His game is solid.
He's
And-
just streaky though.
Yeah,
He's very
but
streaky.
I will say this about FAMU basketball. This is what I would say: the way that they played in the first half against Clemson.
No, they were hooping against Clemson. They need to keep that.
Yes, it was a great sample size of what I saw. I was like, okay, you know what? This might be a team. This might be a team. Like
He couldn't say that many other years.
Yeah, but
Well,
even when we played Oregon last year,
Bro, we played the JV team.
yeah,
of
we
Oregon,
did.
bro.
We did. Oregon didn't even look like they was really ready to play, but I think that they fell asleep on us, but then they woke up and we could just never get right. But
Yeah.
against Clemson, it just showed that Clemson just had more depth than we did.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like this man, I'm ready for swag play. That's really what I'm ready for.
I
It
wish
could work in
I
our
wish I
favor
could
to
see
have
Swag
like
play.
this tough of a schedule, have to play like really top programs. It could work in our favor once we get into that SWAC schedule.
You,
So,
Mike, before we get into NFL, not NFL, but college football.
About our basketball team?
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all was right about Shaquille O'Neal. Josh, I think it was Justin in Country. He got some game to him. You know, I've been to a couple practices and he was like the guy. Y'all been on basketball teams where there's always this one player that coaches always harping at and yelling at and stuff like that. He was that player. And in these first 6 games, he's the 3rd leading scorer, which I don't know if that matters a lot, but I see the potential there and I see how he can affect the game. And moving into SWAC play, I'm excited to see, if he can, find his way into the starting 5, consistently.
Yeah, he's shooting like
I
wanna
don't
say it was
know.
30, close to 40% from
Yeah,
three right now.
it-
No,
I
he's
think it's
been
like-
had a jumper.
I think it's
You know
like
what I
30,
mean?
38, 37 range. But Mike, I ain't gonna lie, I like him off the bench.
I do
off the
too.
bench.
Yeah, I like him off the bench. He's a spark plug. He's not a starter. He's not a starter.
Yeah.
He's a spark
He's like that Peyton Pritchard come in, get you a couple
Yeah.
shots, get the team going.
I just think he needs more volume. Like
Yeah,
I
for
agree.
sure. Hopefully he gets it tonight.
I just want to see how, because you talked about Curry's rotation. I want to see his actual rotation.
We gonna see it tonight. It's very interesting. I would say that.
I'm mad I'm not gonna be there.
Now, fellas, let's get into the bulk of the show. College football rivalry weekend was just
my favorite weekend.
wonderful
time of the year. I'm talking about. Hey, listen, I don't even celebrate Christmas, but Christmas came early this year. Well, when I tell you,
Rivalry week.
let me
was
tell y'all something.
like-
Can I start this off?
Weekend.
Can I start this off?
let
man?
me talk about the
Oh,
games
come on,
first because it
man.
was hectic.
Hey, listen, man. I don't care, Jeff.
No,
we taking
stop,
over the show.
stop.
This
No,
guy-
no, stop.
Hey, Mike,
So-
you with me? Hey,
so-
Jalen, you with me?
so
Hey,
we-
forget about Jeff.
we
Like we
had
was
Georgia-
saying,
no,
we had
no,
Ohio
no.
State versus Michigan. We had. Let's go. I'll just mess with you.
We had Georgia Tech versus Georgia, 8 overtimes. We had Ohio State dropping the egg.
It was 6 overtime.
It was 8. No, it was 8, brother.
Yeah, it was eight.
It was 8.
They beat our record?
Yes.
Yes, it was 8.
I was sitting there talking. My mom was like, "I just saw a game like this when I was like 16.
Hey, y'all want to know something crazy? I was at
What?
that Texas A&M and LSU game when we went to 8 overtime, 7 overtimes.
Y'all the reason we got that stupid 2-point.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that
we
new
need
rule,
it.
that's your
Bro,
fault.
I'm not going to lie. That game was like 7 hours long. I was ready to go. I was like, at this point, somebody win. Oh, my bad, Jeff. Go
We
ahead.
had Texas A&M and Texas. Texas just handled business when they needed to. A lot of flag planting, fellas. A lot of flag planting.
I
Just
love it.
Negativity.
Entertaining.
I
Very
love
entertaining.
it is entertaining, but just what rival game this past weekend that you enjoyed watching, and what's your takeaways from that game?
So the rivalry game that I enjoyed watching was the one that I thought that I was like the least surprised that I was going to see. That was going to be a competitive game, and that
Ohio
was Georgia.
State?
No, Georgia versus Georgia
Tech.
Tech.
That was a
That was great.
football
That
game.
that was great,
Great.
football. One, oh my God.
Hey, Jalen, absolute cinema.
Please, hey, I know I'm gonna get his first name wrong, but the linebacker from Georgia, Jackson, literally saved Georgia's season.
Dan Jackson?
Dan Jackson,
The safety,
Bro,
yeah.
Oh, the walk-on safety? Yeah.
Bro, when you
He was laying that
when
wood.
you watch that, you was like, okay, this is what it comes down to. It's 3rd and 2. Georgia needs a first down. I mean, Georgia Tech needs a first down. They got, man, you see the quarterback? He got the first down. Next thing you know, you just see him falling back. I'm like, what happened? Like everybody diving on the ground. I'm like, did he fumble?
Fumble? No,
I'm
no,
like,
did he fumble?
I'm like, there's no way he
The
fumbled.
quarterback
Bro.
pointed out the ball. He was like, wait a minute.
Hey, when you watched it and you saw it in slow motion,
The
you
impact.
saw like the open. You saw like the Red Sea just opened up.
Some people thought it was
Then-
targeting. What's your take on that? Let me just ask you. Some people said it was targeting.
But
by rule definition,
by rule definition, it was targeting.
However,
But that's you can't make that.
you can't call that.
You can't make that
cannot
call
call
right
that.
then.
But I would say the refs did work Georgia Tech on that PI call.
Absolutely.
That was horrific.
Oh my gosh!
said
From
that
a
word so
defensive
wrong.
back perspective,
Come on,
we
man.
can't even touch
You
the guy
couldn't-
no more.
and it's like,
what happened to offensive pass
bro,
interference?
he couldn't even make that catch if the ball was made. He didn't even touch him. Like he didn't even touch him.
Wait, you talking about that one play was like in overtime and they had that weird offensive formation?
No,
Which
even
one you talking
before
about?
that,
No, it was
because they
be-
called the pass
they
interference
called on that
one.
one.
It was
But
the
it-
two
it
plays
was-
before that.
And they
I know you're talking about when they got closer.
It,
Okay,
it was in the end zone and they missed the call. I don't remember exactly when the game was, when what point of the time the game
It was a fourth down
Yes.
call.
Dang.
That's
A
what it was.
fourth
In
down call.
overtime.
It
In
was,
overtime.
It was Georgia's final drive to tie the game.
And they
got him
called
to
it.
fourth down. They had him on the ropes, and they call a fourth down penalty.
But that's the one that ranks at the top.
But even
the
then-
most disappointing one was the Iron Bowl. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I didn't watch
it. It was disappointing.
It
I
was a
was like-
snooze fest from the jump. Alabama
Snooze.
looked bad. Auburn
Auburn
looked
looked
bad.
bad.
I watched one drive and turned it off.
It was just like, okay, next.
Let's get into Texas A&M game. That's all I
Wait.
was.
I'm coming.
No. I'm saying when I was watching the game, I was like, let's just fast forward to that one. 'cause I was like-
That one was even disappointing too, because Texas A&M lost the game themselves because Texas was bad. Like all that Texas A&M had to do was just kick one field goal, 2 field goals. It would have been a different outcome.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know what point you was trying to prove that you was the better Texas team. No, just win the game. Like what are we doing here? That's one. But the most disappointing team of all, I don't even care if they go to the college football playoffs. They still disappointing to me.
Miami?
It's Ohio State.
Ohio State. I was
I
Ohio
knew
State.
you were
I was
Ohio
about to
State.
say,
Ohio
come on
I was
State.
scared you were going Miami, but I
No.
yeah.
I because I ain't had no what's it called for Miami. I didn't have no expectation for
that's right.
Miami. But Ohio, bro, you paid $25 million for that team. That team looked amazing.
Listen,
They
man,
scored
y'all-
10 points against a depleted Michigan team.
Listen, I don't know why Ryan Day, the first time he coached the game, the first time he coached it, they rolled out, I think it was that Justin Fields team. They had J.K. Dobbins out there,
Yep.
and they had a nasty receiving core.
That was the last time they won too.
That was the last time they won, and they dominated the game. They dominated Michigan. Now, I think Dobbins ran for maybe like 4 touchdowns that game. It was
5.
something. Yeah, it was a crazy amount of touchdowns. But ultimately, I still feel like their wide receivers had a big impact on that game. It's like ever since CJ Stroud is gone, he's trying to convince you that Ohio State is like this gritty, nasty team that gets it done between the tackles. But when you look at this roster, the best part about it is the wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? So you can't roll out here and not get Jeremiah Smith his touches. You can't roll out here and not get Ibuka his touches. So
Brandon
it's,
Ennis.
like you can't.
Well, he's a bust. So
All right.
I don't even
Oh,
care
wow.
about him.
All right, that's egregious.
I'm
but okay.
lying.
Like,
Brandon Ennis is going to be in the transfer portal by next week. Watch.
We'll see.
and I want to talk about the running backs for a second. First of all, I got a message
That's
to
supposed to
EA.
be Sonic and Knuckles.
You
I have
talking
a
about
message,
Jenkins?
I have a message to
Hey.
EA. Listen, Next college football game, just let all players be 75. Let us adjust the ratings and tell them who like that. Because Judkins, he was like that at Ole Miss, but he's not like that no more.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real with you, because everybody be talking about he was like that at Ole Miss. He was not. His freshman year, definitely.
I was about to say.
Sophomore and junior year, bro, he was a shell of himself. Because last year he lost his starting position. But everybody forgot about that.
Right?
Yeah, to Ulysses Bentley and somebody. It was number 24 that's there now at Ole Miss. I can't think of his name. I apologize too, by the way.
He had a good Egg Bowl too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a good. The Egg Bowl. I'm not gonna lie, very surprising. The Vandy, what's happened, bro?
How we jumped to Vandy?
Yeah, we jumped.
No. I just thought about it because you talked about the Egg Bowl, and I was just thinking about the other rivalry games, like Vandy versus Tennessee. I was SEC fans. As much as we hate everybody in the SEC, we love Vandy. We root for Vandy to win.
I'm glad Tennessee won.
I'm glad. Besides Jeff,
your take, Mike, on all these games from last weekend.
I mean,
Mike ain't watched none of them.
No, I definitely no. I watched it. I'd probably say my biggest disappointment is probably Clemson, though, because I had Clemson obviously winning the ACC.
I had Carolina winning that game.
They still got a chance.
They got a chance. They play SMU.
They play SMU.
Miami
lost. Yeah, because Miami lost.
I thought since Clemson lost, they played their way out. My fault.
No, they needed a loss from Miami just for them to get in.
Even if they did lose, it was
an out-of-conference game.
Okay, I thought it was the other way around. My fault.
No, you good.
But that's probably one. Ohio State definitely is in the Michigan, but I was watching somebody on YouTube talk about this game, and they said Michigan looks at this game the right way and Ohio State doesn't. It's like it was last 4 years, right? They lost.
Yeah.
Four straight. If you 1-5, right? Correct.
1-5. Yeah.
If you listen to the interview, Sharon Moore, who was originally the offensive coordinator at Michigan, now became the
Isn't
head
he
coach.
2-0 against Michigan now?
Yes, he's 2-0.
Against Ohio State.
But in his office, he has on his clipboard and around the office, what are you doing to beat Ohio State today?
Right.
I wonder what Ryan Day got in his office.
It doesn't matter what the record is. It doesn't matter if they lost every game in their division, in their conference. As long as they beat that team that wears Ohio State's colors, that's all that matters.
You're supposed to say that if they beat that team up north.
No, up north would be Michigan.
Oh.
Scarlet.
Yeah, they don't even say their names.
Yeah, they don't even say their names.
And it's like, the way it's looking, I don't see Ohio State beating them, at least not next year, maybe the next 2-3 years.
No.
Because of what Michigan has coming in, I believe, Bryce Underwood is coming.
Everybody coming in now.
Bryce Underwood coming. You're going to have a quarterback, a stable quarterback.
Don't Ohio State have the second ranked quarterback in the nation?
What, Julian Sand, right?
Nah,
I mean, they have Sand too. They have Sand. Aaron Nolan as well.
Yeah, Aaron Nolan. I'm a big fan of Aaron Nolan, but it's just like.
But they have another recruit coming on 2025. Sorry to cut you off, but.
No. Ohio State will always have a top 5 recruiting class.
But I think
they can't go out and play on Saturdays.
But what's been the consistent thing the last couple of years?
It's been that runs the ball the most
wins the game, and
too.
they don't win the trenches battle.
But the head coaching. If you see that trend, why aren't you continuing to run the ball more? But
they couldn't.
So this is the thing. This is what everybody was talking about, right? Ryan Day does not have an identity. Like, remember when we talked about Coach Cozy? Coach Cozy is still riding off of Coach Simmons' coattail. Mm-hmm. Ryan Day is still acting like this is Urban Meyer. You're not Urban. Do your own thing. So the day that Michigan went on that stage and said they are going to out physical Ohio State in that game against the Snow, and they did what they said they was going to do. Ohio State's been trying to play like Michigan football and try to run down Michigan's throat, and it has not been working because you're playing to their game. My thing is like this, right? Michigan passed the ball 16 times, had 62 yards.
Yep. 272 rushing yards.
That's like a Georgia Tech offense.
173 rushing yards. And Ohio State, it's like they got away from the pass. They only passed the ball 19 times? Yeah. I'm sorry, 32 times?
With no Will Johnson. I'm abusing that.
Bro, because here's my thing, right? You went to go get Will Howard, and everybody was talking like Will Howard was the next closest thing to Christ. I'm like, bro, no. I'm telling you, like, that's how they was talking about Will Howard in the portal. Like, oh my God, he's going to be so much better than Kyle McCord. Well, guess what? What y'all say Will Howard was going to do against against Michigan? That's what Kyle McCord did against Miami. No offense. No offense. I apologize. Yeah. But my whole thing is like this. If we being so for real, it is time for Ryan Day to go.
So you saying
like no.
Okay, wait. Okay, listen. Time out, country.
From this perspective,
time out, country.
Listen.
I'll let you go then.
Let me tell you something. Y'all know how these rivalries go. Y'all know how I don't care.
If you're not getting a job done, you
I do
out.
not care what your record is against every other school. I don't care. You could be 49-0. But if your record is 0-9 against Michigan, you gotta go, buddy. You got to.
Yeah, I was talking to Jalen today. We was eating Chick-fil-A, and I was like, "Hey, man, if he don't go far in the playoffs, he's done. Like he's cooked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's cooked. 'Cause he's 1-5.
rounds to do it.
Hey, let me. What did I tell y'all when we lost to Alabama? I said, bro, I don't even care about college football no more. Our season over. And it was
Indeed
just
it
because we
was.
lost to
He
Alabama.
said, "Indeed, it was."
But let me ask y'all this: everybody wants Ryan Day to go.
I don't know who's gonna
Who's
replace
coming?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
coming?
why I said to you. I said, if
Who's
he
coming
gets fired,
that's
who's gonna
be
replace
so
him?
much better? Who's coming that's
Bro.
going to get them over that hump?
Bro,
Who is coming to do that? There's no savior for them. Ryan Day, as much as we want to talk about Ryan Day, really, he lost the Oregon game this year. He lost the Oregon game a couple of years ago. Outside of that, it's been pretty clean for him. So
And
far.
outside
They
of
won
that,
the Big Ten
who have they
championship.
played? Outside of that, who have they played? Outside of 2019, 2020, bro, what have they done? What have they done?
they still had a playoff appearance where a missed field goal away from beating Georgia.
We're gonna keep talking about that missed field goal away, but you was up by 21.
Was Georgia not a back-to-back national
You was
champion, one of
up
the best teams
by
of the generation?
21.
It was one of the best teams of the generation.
You
It happens.
were up by 21.
Okay, so then you have to talk about how Michigan won a national championship, but the year before that, the same playoffs, by the way, blew a game against TCU.
But they won a national championship the next year.
The next year after, how many
No.
have they had since?
Was it-
before
and
that?
they were
How many
hurt. They
have
were
they
hurt
had?
when they played
How many-
TCU.
How many
Was it
national
okay,
championships
were
okay,
hurt
did they have
but
before that?
wait though. So you want to bring that notion to the pod, right? So how many? So you telling me out of all those Michigan teams, out of all those Ohio State teams, how many of them Michigan teams was better than the Ohio State team? We could go player for player, stat for stat. We could
Not
do
a
that
lot.
right now.
I would say the
It's not a
2023
lot.
Michigan team was better than
And that's the team that won a
2023
national
Ohio State
championship.
team.
We give them that. But them other Ohio State teams, they had the better quarterback.
they've
They
always
had
had
a
a
better
championship has
Bro,
an asterisk. There's some sign
had-
stealing going on.
You
you know what I'm saying?
had they proved
Mm-hmm.
that side stealing ain't mean nothing because we talking about this Michigan team that was supposed to be finishing 6-6. We thought Ohio State was gonna put 50 on them,
This was probably their best time of the year to get Michigan, and they failed.
and they failed.
I'm gonna be honest.
And that's my whole entire thing. I don't care what your record is. When it comes to boosters, when it comes to your school, like we talked about it. We talked about it before. We don't care what our record is as long
Yeah.
as we don't lose to Bethune.
Yeah.
Isn't that the
That's
notion?
true.
That's the notion. So we're not gonna sit here act like we don't understand the model when it comes to college football. LSU, it's two things or three things you can't do. You can't lose to both Mississippi schools, and you can't lose to Alabama all in one season. And if you do that, the season is a fail. I don't care what your record is. Like you could go down a list from everybody. Iron Bowl, they don't care about their record unless they play against Alabama.
don't
That's
fire
true.
Ryan Day, Ohio State.
I'm
Don't listen to him.
I'm
Don't
just
fire him.
saying. I'm just saying. It's time. It seems like it's time to go.
Stay the course.
Y'all saw,
The Gators won they
Anywho,
rivalry.
Y'all saw, y'all saw
And guess what
Speak
they
about
did?
that, though.
And guess
Speak
what they
about
did?
that,
That saved what's his name?
No,
Yeah,
he's
Napier
been
dropped.
safe this season. He
Yeah,
said
he
he's
said-
Not necessarily, because if he would have lost to Florida State, that would have
Time
gone.
out, though. Time out,
Nah,
though.
he would have stayed. He would have
Time out,
stayed.
though. Speaking about that overall though, what's your guys' thoughts on the flag planning?
I love it.
There was a lot.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. Jeff, here's my thing. But why is everybody acting like if they didn't do it, bro, everybody was going to do that. Boy, Ohio State do that all the time. Man, Michigan, man, listen, it's rivalry week.
There was so many brawls, bro.
Man.
I think they set a
Hey.
record. I'm pretty sure they set a record.
They set a record. Man,
Hey,
plant
I
that
saw-
flag. Pick up
I
that
saw
grass, too.
when all that was going on Saturday. I saw somebody tweet. They was like, "Man, I'm glad Valley ain't bring a flag with them."
There's been so many brawls. I mean, I get it. I like it, but it gets to a certain extent where it's like, okay, now we dragging it. We got an extra flag or extra banner out there, and we try to now.
Players getting pepper sprayed too.
Yeah, that was egregious.
It was
Okay, now
crazy.
that was egregious.
I don't know.
First and foremost, Jack Sawyer, well, what did you crying on the field for? But he being disrespectful. Cause you know, y'all came in as having the idea that y'all was going to mollywhoop Michigan, and y'all just said y'all felt like, man, y'all could have did all that fight in 60 minutes. Now y'all want to wait. Florida State, really? You
Yeah,
want to
Florida
fight
State
at the
doing
end of
that.
the?
That was like, come on now, Florida State.
What
know
are
it
we
is.
doing here?
We know what it is, Florida State.
What I can say is I love how quickly trends spread throughout the sport of college football. It's just beautiful to see sometimes. You saw it a couple years ago. I don't know if y'all remember, but the turnover chain stuff with Miami, I feel like that made its
Turnover
way
chain,
all
storming
over
the
to all of the
field,
universities, storming
taking
the
the
field,
goalposts
Everyone
down,
doing
throwing
something.
trash,
Goalposts in the river.
It just adds to what is just such a beautiful sport. It's
I
why
love
we
college
get up
football.
excited on Saturday every day. I feel like the people who don't enjoy stuff like planting the flag, they're missing the point. They're missing the point of what makes this different from the NFL. In the NFL, there's still that respect of 32 teams week after week competing at the highest level. In college football, a lot of times that respect it's
out the
there
window.
a little bit.
First and foremost,
It's there a
it's
little
out
bit,
the
but
window.
rivalry
Here's the thing
and the
is, I
pride
don't
that
know
has for these
you.
schools, it outweighs all of that.
Right.
And it makes the sport that we
Yeah.
love.
Justin,
So,
because at the end of the day, bro, I don't know you. Like, you might not even be playing on this team next year.
Or
This
even
is
to the next level. I might even meet you next
This
level,
is
yeah.
my school versus your school. My school is the better school. I'm going to let you know. Boy, I swear, fam, you lucky I don't play on their football team. Because I think we would have got fined and got kicked off so many times. Boy, ooh.
Now to end off college football, fellas, let's just cover all these championship games. Starting off with the SEC. Who are we taking, Georgia or Texas? Quick picks.
Oh man, this is.
I got you. Since I'm a SEC homer, I do not want to see an SEC newcomer win the SEC in their first year. It's heavily disrespectful. Give me Georgia.
Okay, EJ.
I'm actually gonna go Texas.
Texas. All right.
You're the newcomers. I'm gonna go Texas.
It's hard to beat a team twice, man.
It is.
But
It's Georgia.
the way Georgia plays in the toughest moments of the season, it's been impressive. But on the contrary, Carson Beck, he's like, I believe in Quinn Ewers more than I
Man, who are
believe
you
in.
picking?
I'm picking Texas.
All right, Texas.
Y'all already know where I'm from. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Where you from?
Georgia.
I think Georgia's just the most battle-tested team, man. I think they're the more battle-tested team. And I think this time of the year, there's a bad taste. We know what happened with this time of the year for Georgia last year.
Beat the
The
logo
SEC
off
championship,
FSU.
the SEC championship game against Alabama. It could have gotten into their third. It could have gave them a chance to compete for their third national championship in a row. They end up losing. I don't think Kirby Smart's letting that happen this time, man. Give me Georgia.
Big 12.
This is gonna
Iowa
be
State
interesting.
or Arizona State.
You know
this
what?
Is very
You
interesting.
know what? One of the games that I actually enjoyed watching, even though it's pretty lopsided, Arizona versus Arizona State.
Yeah.
That was
That
entertaining.
running back.
No, he toting the ball.
What? Boy, toting that rock.
Wait, do you remember that?
How you say his name? Do
you remember that guy?
Skibbo.
Time out. Do y'all remember that
Hold
running back from the Browns back in the day? I think we were like 44 or something.
You made the cover of Madden.
Yes.
Oh, Peyton Hillis.
Yes,
Peyton
that's what
Hillis.
it reminded me of.
Peyton
He
Hillis.
toting the ball. I'm like, this brother looking like one of me out there.
But with that being said, Iowa State hasn't done anything that's really impressed me this season. So I'm gonna go with the Sun Devils.
I'm going with Arizona State just off the running back.
Arizona State.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm going.
Scatterboo. That's his
Scatterboo.
last
That's
name.
right.
It's a
What I
fun
say?
last
Scatterboo.
name. Scatterboo.
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 But you was talking about Peyton Hillis. That's what you was talking about.
That's what
bro.
reminds me of when he runs the
Yeah.
ball.
But I don't know. I'm actually gonna go with Arizona State newcomers. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the newcomers.
G, Justin.
I'm gonna say Arizona State.
Give me the Cyclones, man. Give me the Cyclones.
Why?
Shout out Rocco Beck. Listen, they got two pretty solid receivers, and they got a quarterback that gets them the ball, bro. So I'm gonna go with Rocco Beck.
Their defense is horrible.
Yeah, give me Arizona State.
All right, y'all sleep.
Big 10, Penn State or Oregon? Who we taking?
Oregon.
Oregon. This
Oregon.
is gonna be close.
I'm taking Penn State.
If you saw Maryland really should have beat the brakes off of Penn
They
State.
should've.
But it was like a few plays.
should've.
Excuse me.
Maryland
Excuse
should
me?
have beat the brakes.
No, if you watch the
off
game,
of Penn State.
it was close, and then they just fell apart.
There was a few plays
I'm
that
a-
if they went another way, they were having another upset, and we're having Maryland putting a testudo turtle in the center of the field. Like,
Hey, I don't
Let's
care.
go,
I don't-
baby.
I don't care what y'all say. I don't think Oregon has been battle tested all season. So I'm going Penn State because it's not a convincing win besides that win against Ohio State on their schedule.
have you seen Franklin like perform in the postseason or when it really matters?
He's horrible.
His
I mean-
record is terrible.
He's
I mean,
horrible.
he won the Big Ten. Oh, no,
No, he didn't.
No, he's bad. No, he's bad, brother.
Hey, listen. But this is his year, and he's there. Listen, bro,
Anyways.
you got to give it to the man. He doing his thing.
They shouldn't even be there. To
Exactly.
Be honest.
Next game. Last
That
game.
sounds like Ohio State.
Hold on,
problem.
wait. Let me.
Oh,
let
my
me make
bad. My bad. You go.
Let me make my pick real quick. First of all, I'm picking Oregon, but I just want to say, if this Oregon team actually ends up winning the national championship, I think it might change the tone on this team. They had some struggles at the beginning of the season, a little bit inconsistent, but like talent wise, this might be one of them teams, bro.
I was gonna
just
say,
look at like their
I
wide
feel-
receiver core. They
It's
have
nasty.
like 4 or 5
Yeah.
guys.
I feel like
Evan
prone to pop
Stewart.
off a big one at any moment of time. Nasty running backs like fast on defense, and they have the toughness that Oregon was missing when they had speed before. So people are gonna remember this team differently. They actually end up winning.
This Oregon is the most
first
disrespected number one overall team.
They definitely are. But what's it called? This is also a testament to teams that are quick to give up on. It's the transfer portal. Let me say that, because it's no way, or not Oregon, Oklahoma should have gave up on Dylan Gabriel.
Nope.
For Jackson Arnold, because they didn't
you
want
saw that
because
happen.
they didn't want Jackson
Benched.
because they didn't want Jackson Arnold to enter the transfer portal. And it's like, we gotta, like, as coaches, I don't know why I'm talking like we coaches or something like that. But as coaches, they gotta take a playbook out of Kirby Smart. If a kid's gonna transfer, let him transfer.
Yeah.
Like, we're not about to hold a kid, because we're not about to let go of somebody that's been proven to win just because we got this fast star behind him and we don't even know if he's good or not. And Jackson Arnold has shown you that this is not his team.
Last game, ACC championship. Who we taking? Clemson or SMU?
Clemson.
Just give me SMU.
Pony up.
Give me the man. Pony up. Pony
Pony
Express.
Pony's up.
Pony
I'm telling you,
Express,
you're the
man.
newcomer, man.
Pony
Everybody,
Express.
a lot of these newcoming teams add a level of competition to their conferences that we hadn't seen.
Man, they brought Texas to the ACC. Man, they real.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My
UG and Justin. Interesting.
I'm gonna say SMU.
My pick is going Clemson, but
Yes,
my heart
sir.
is going SMU. So I'm gonna say SMU.
SMU. So everybody's SMU other than
True.
Trim.
Shocker.
It's always like that. It's
I was about
not.
to say
It's,
shocker.
Nothing new.
it's nothing new.
Hey,
Now let's get some NFL. The Dirty Birds. Let's talk about your quarterback, Kirko. Is that what y'all call him?
nah,
Kirkio.
Kirko Chains.
I call him Kirk Cousins.
Honestly, yeah,
Swag
Kirk Cousins.
serve.
Mr. Cousins. I don't know.
I call him Kirk Cousins.
So I was in attendance of that game. You know, when you guys played the Chargers. You know, something told me in my heart as I was watching the game, Kirk Cousins might be due for a big game or a bad game. And the score doesn't show how bad he was, as y'all lost 17-13. But 4 picks, correct?
Yep.
And a
4
pick,
picks.
when one being a pick 6.
4
think-
picks. Just I'm gonna let the Falcons guys take it away. You know, just what's your thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on it?
Team day near below their division like this.
That's so
ever.
bad. It's tied now.
All right. Y'all talking about y'all ain't never seen it before.
Like
It's-
Bryce Young finna
it's-
come and win the
it-
division.
Go ahead, G.
He's not far fetched though. He's not.
They're not.
Country,
They're not.
stop.
Bryce Young playing like
no,
he
because
top 10.
we all got quiet like he said something outrageous because
It
they
is outrageous.
Bryce playing like he top
They
10
play
right
nice.
now.
They play
You
nice,
just
but winning
lost
the
to the
division.
Bucks. We just beat y'all. There's no way you can overcome.
Bro, they are.
he playing like he top 10 right
they
now.
They are 3 games behind first place right now.
All right, let's get back on topic. Let's get
And
back.
the Eagles on their
Be
schedule.
freaking 9.
Let's get back on topic. G, take it away. Just what's your thoughts? Should the Falcons go to Michael Penix?
Kirk Cousins is on the clock. He got Manning scored a touchdown in what, 3 games now?
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Come on, bro.
3 touchdowns.
I scored a touchdown more recently than that. You feel me? Like,
Shout out to the Poodles. No, I'm playing. My fault.
Real quick.
Make
I
sure
just
you
wanna
delete
remind
that
everybody,
part.
Yeah.
you ain't got to delete it.
3
Nobody gonna
touchdowns,
check me.
6 interceptions in the month of November.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in the month of November.
Double!
Kirk Cousins, like,
The last
What's 3 times 2?
6.
How much y'all paid for him again?
I ain't paid a man nothing.
I no money come out of my pockets. So
Y'all been knew how I felt
Y'all
about the
paid
Kirk
a lot.
Cousins.
just
about the Kirk
to
Cousins
make
thing.
just to add
But-
insult to injury, the last time Kirk Cousins scored a touchdown was against the Dallas Cowboys.
What was that about?
And that was 4 weeks
honestly,
ago.
I was
bro.
about to say, wasn't that a month ago?
Bro,
Yeah, it's
I
been
was just
3
sitting.
games
I was
since
just
then.
sitting there watching the game the other day, and I said, "Man, I wish we could play the Bucks every week."
Hold on. Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Like
They do look solid
He
against
did
y'all
have
for
a
some
master.
reason.
He did have a master class. What was it?
two
Thursday night.
of them.
2 of them.
They play against y'all.
Two
He
of
just
them.
turned into Mike Vick apparently, but
Like, bro, like,
Mike Vick is too far, man.
yeah. I was about to say
We'll give,
that.
we'll give you Matt Ryan. We'll give you Matt Ryan.
I can't get
I
Mike
say,
Vick.
I say,
So
if-
Michael Penix needs to be starting this upcoming game,
I wouldn't say this upcoming game,
or
but
next, or the following week.
I give Kirk 2 games.
They
If he don't get right in 2 games, then it's time to see what the youngsters talking
They
about.
lose the
Man,
division,
stop
then
all that,
Penix needs to
man.
start.
Yeah, if they I'm about to also if they season start to get out of control and it's like
Because y'all
we
end up
done.
with the Vikings, the
Yeah.
Raiders, Giants, Commanders, and Falcons.
Those
And
last 4 games aren't bad, but
they're
that
tied
Vikings
with
game.
No, that last 5.
You can't afford to mess up because we're tied now.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I'm gonna just say it like this, bro. If Michael Penix starts the next game, fire everybody. Fire
Yeah.
everybody in the front office.
He not starting, though.
It would be so dumb for them to do that, in my opinion, just because we are not like completely out of the division race. Now, did we give up a lead? Yes. Is there a chance to still salvage it? Yes. Do I feel like you should go with your most experienced guy? Yes. I don't feel like now is the time to pull the plug on Kirk Cousins. We understand that November was a very tragic, horrible, difficult, horrendous, pathetic, whatever words you want to use. Whatever words you want to use, like it was bad. It was bad.
Explain your frustration, big fella.
At the end of the day, you're still in the hunt to win this division. You got to let him close out the season. It's what you paid him for. Just at least get some return on your investment. Try and see if you can. And if it doesn't work out, trade him in the offseason.
I ain't gonna lie. Nobody gonna want him.
Hit the waivers.
The way these young quarterbacks, listen,
it's not smart to bench Kirk right now. You're still in first place of your division.
Correct.
The end of your schedule is not that hard. Just play it out, win the division, go into the playoffs.
Not gonna lie, you mentioned Kurt at this time is basically you giving up on your season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you really don't know what Michael Penix might come in and be even worse.
Yeah.
Like
you can't afford it.
And I'm not saying
how
that
bad, how much worse is he gonna get than 4 picks
bro,
in the game?
if he only wins 2 games, that's worse. Not even gonna lie.
But that's what Kirk Cousins he's about to do. Is only win 2 more games.
But still, you don't want to break the kid's confidence before he even really starts his career.
You said 2 more games?
Because what I got them winning. I got them winning against the Raiders, winning against the Giants, and winning against the Panthers.
That's not a guaranteed win anymore.
Which one?
The Panthers.
Panthers is not. He's right.
Hey, man, you might as well be a Panthers fan.
And they got the Vikings too.
Bro, I just know ball.
I didn't see your teams, man.
But what I'm saying though is Mike is granted it's not a guaranteed win, but those are the games that they're going to be favored in. So
Agreed.
In this next stretch, they have them going 3-2. So you're finishing the season at 9-8. That's the same record you was at last year with Desmond Ridder.
Listen,
I actually got them over Washington. That's another
yeah, because
discussion.
Washington sounded fade back.
listen, this is like that episode of Family Feud where they come in and the family go on a big run. And it's like, but the Scott family can steal. I'm sitting there with my exes up right now. We got Mike Evans back. I'm looking at the rest of the schedule. The NFC. Boy, we on that tail, boy. If y'all lose this, oh my God, Jared, I will be unbearable. I hope you know that.
What's y'all schedule?
I already done went to y'all funeral, bro. There's nothing you can say to me. Twice.
We out the grave like the Undertaker right now. We sitting up.
Yeah, it's about win loss I see on y'all schedule, but
I'm
the
about to
Cowboys
say-
might shock y'all though.
They
All
got,
right, let's be for real.
Hey, Micah said they back.
Nah, they got a favorite. It's like their schedule. I still got them going 3-2 as well too.
The Buccaneers?
Yeah, the Bucks.
Lost to who?
I got them losing to the Chargers and possibly the Saints.
That's real.
The Saints?
Hey, if y'all run the table, y'all can make the playoffs.
Please understand. I look at
Mike, that's what he was saying.
the Falcons schedule.
No, I'm talking about the Cowboys.
Man,
I don't think it's smart for them to make the playoffs.
I don't want them to make the playoffs. Like
That's not smart for the team.
like bro.
Nobody wants to see that.
No,
Once you get in there and everything's off the table, you know.
No, for them to get bounced the first round and lose draft
they're
picks?
first
No.
round exit. No.
All right, y'all know.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I see what you're saying because it's like our schedule is the Bengals, the Panthers, the Bucks, the Eagles, and the Commanders.
Y'all
Like,
might win 1 game.
I got 2.
I only see 2.
I only see
see
two,
2 on there. If you ask me. Speaking about the Eagles, though, Eagles are coming off a good win against the Ravens, winning 24-19. Quick thoughts, though, fellas. How do the Ravens pivot after losing another good game against a good opponent?
They just got to rely on what makes the Ravens good, man. And that's
Derrick Henry.
That's just a dual head of the both of them.
harsh-
Lamar and Derrick.
But it's Lamar. I mean, you talk about him not being able to run the ball. That's what lost him the playoffs last year. Lamar Jackson just forgets that he's Lamar Jackson. Who's tackling him?
Yeah, he becomes a pocket passer too much. Way too much.
We have
no reason.
never once in our existence have we said, Lamar, sit back in the pocket.
But do you think he doesn't try to prove a point to say like, hey, I can be mobile and sit in the pocket?
I think it's what
He has 2 MVPs. What he got to prove?
I'm just saying though.
I think it's what was taught to him to protect him, the team, how they want to play. I think they want to protect him. They don't let him run as much.
I understand that, but now you're losing these key games against the Eagles. You drop one against the Steelers about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the 2 behind in the division.
I
It's
don't-
getting
I
about
don't-
that point.
You can't
I
afford
don't-
to take
No.
something out of what makes you a good team.
Yeah.
It's
I
interesting.
don't think when they come back from the bye week, I don't see them losing another game.
Yeah, they can still very easily win this division. The Steelers' schedule is very hard.
They gotta get their get back against the Steelers.
Yeah, but the Steelers' schedule in general.
They're gonna get their get back because I mean even in the beginning of the season, like we said it, they're gonna split that Pittsburgh game.
And they're in their home.
Yeah, and they're at home. The Houston game is gonna be their toughest test, and I think they're still gonna come out victorious on that end. But I got them winning against the Giants, winning against the Steelers. The what's it called, the Texans game, toss up, but definitely they're gonna beat the Browns.
J-Bo.
And always, fellas, we're gonna finish off the NFL segment. Who know ball, quick picks.
Hold on, let's go over the records.
Going with the records.
Last week records are overall.
man. I mean, last week's records. Yeah, I'm not doing the math right now. So, Jalen,
Yes, sir.
let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yep, Jalen, you went 13-3.
Like that.
G went 14-2. I went 14-2.
Nice.
Country, you went. I went 13-3.
13-3 for Trim.
13-3 for
Yeah.
Trim.
It was a good week. It was a good week for the Playmakers.
Yeah, if it was-
Jalen, Justin 12-4 and EJ 12-4.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the Dolphins' fault and the Patriots' fault.
Yeah.
And the
I don't
Falcons'
know
fault.
why
Yeah.
you did that.
Yeah.
Nah, the Falcons was for everybody.
Y'all gotta stop
Nah,
picking.
it wasn't for me.
Y'all gotta stop
Hold on.
picking underdogs.
Why
wasn't
did
for
you
me.
take the Dolphins late in November?
They needed to win badly.
Man, you know 50 degrees and below, they don't
It's
show
the
up.
Dolphins.
They needed to win badly. They needed to win badly.
All right, let's go, fellas. Browns versus Steelers. Who we taking?
Steelers.
Steelers.
Yeah, the reign of J-Bo was short-lived. It was fun, though.
Steelers.
Give me,
yeah.
Steelers.
give me Pittsburgh.
Falcons at Vikings. Who we taking?
Ooh.
Why are we saying ooh?
You said who?
Bounce back game, man.
Falcons versus Vikings.
It's a Vikings.
Yeah, I'm saying, what I'm saying
Hey,
ooh.
Vikings.
So they
Vikings.
need to win at the
It's
same time.
Falcons.
And that's Kirk.
Yeah,
that's
no,
Kirk
no.
old team too.
Hey, they
Praying
need
on
to
that
win.
downfall. I'm picking the Vikings.
All this talk, man. Last time I checked, we was the man on these streets. Falcons, man. Come on. now.
That was 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. How many of y'all straight? Give me the Vikings.
We beat y'all.
We
Yeah,
already-
beat y'all
I already went
twice.
to- I already went-
Thanks for the wins.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I already
went
went to your funeral.
That's
know,
so great. I'm so proud of y'all.
Thanks,
6 and
you know,
6.
This is a
the
bad
rich,
game.
Six
The
and
rich
six.
right now, Rich. Thank you for
win
getting
your
us, getting
win
back
your
to the
division.
floor,
Talk to me
you know?
when you win your division.
Yeah, we
Win your
we might
division
not
and get
win
back
the
to me.
division.
Y'all
We might not
literally-
win
Get
the
back to me
division.
when you win your
We
division.
might
Y'all
not win the
literally
division.
went 0-12 the last
Beat
12 weeks of the season last
I
year.
want to talk about
All
me.
right.
And then got murdered by the Bucks in the first round of the playoffs.
We had 2 losses.
Y'all
All
was
right.
sitting right next to us watching the Super Bowl last year.
You talking about last year, man?
We was in the Super Bowl last year.
All right, next
Somebody
game.
talking to you, and I don't even know what team you were talking about.
Next game. This is a bad game. Jags at Titans. Who we taking? This is
Hold on, what a game at?
It's in Tennessee.
it's in Tennessee, Nashville.
No, I'm going Titans.
Austin in
I'm
the
gonna
back.
say, yeah, I'm gonna say Titans.
I'm going
I'm gonna say
Titans.
Titans.
Wait, didn't the Titans? I don't think so. Didn't the Titans almost come back on somebody?
Yeah.
Hey, who
Levis
the
is
Titans
still
quarterback?
Terrible.
Will Levis?
Oh, he's still starting?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, the Titans almost came back on the Commanders. That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
And no, actually, what's your name? Nikhil Westbrook Akine? Yeah, he's been balling.
He told us
I'm not gonna lie.
we beat the
Yeah,
Texans
he's
too.
crazy.
I think I'm gonna go to the Titans. Though.
I'm gonna go
Hopefully-
Jacksonville.
I'm gonna go to the Titans.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's just terrible. And now if they're
I don't know,
playing
is Trevor-
without Trevor
is
Lawrence
Trevor even
too.
playing? Yeah.
No, he's not playing.
Oh, yeah, no,
that's
definitely
why
give it
I
Titans.
asked. I'm going Tennessee.
Yeah, no.
Jets in
Dolphins,
Miami. They're in Miami, so I'm gonna go with
Miami
the
has
Dolphins. They're in
Dolphins.
Miami, fellas. They're in Miami.
I'm going to
It's
Jets.
Good, it's good weather. They're not in New York. It's good weather.
I'm going to Jets.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
We'll go Dolphins here too.
I'm going Miami.
Who went with the Jets?
I'm gonna say
I
Dolphins.
went with the Jets.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Oh, this is an easy
Bro,
one.
stop picking
Panthers versus Eagles. Who we taking?
Ain't no underdog in that game.
I just want to hear Trim's answer.
Panthers versus Eagles.
That's
Who
the
we
only
taking?
answer I want to hear.
Eagles.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a
Okay.
competitive game though.
I'm with you though. That's facts though. That's facts.
Like y'all
Justin,
talking about
stop.
the Panthers like they gonna be
Justin,
like they don't.
stop.
Y'all talking about the Panthers like they looking for a quarterback. You know they got their guy now. It's gonna be a close game. It'd be like 24-13.
All right,
Do
next
your
game.
research
That's
on the best
competitive.
secondary quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. Anyways, next game. Raiders versus Bucks. This is obvious. Bucks.
Come on now.
Oh, what the game at?
Bucks.
Tampa.
Let me get the
At Ray J.
Bucks.
I'm gonna say the Bucks.
Bucks.
Saints versus Giants.
Ooh.
In MetLife.
Saints.
Saints.
Saints. though.
Saints.
Aints.
Seahawks versus Cardinals. This is a good one.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
Arizona.
Seahawks though.
Yeah, give me
Arizona.
Cards.
Hold on, where the game at?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Give me the Cards.
AZ.
I'm going Seahawks.
Give me the give
I'm
me
gonna say the
Seahawks.
Hawks.
I'm going Seahawks.
Carter
too.
been making some bad decisions. I'm gonna go to Seahawks.
Do y'all see the special teams play from the Seahawks?
Yeah, the special teams play is pretty bad, but they cut Chavalt though. They cut him.
That don't don't matter. See how bad that was?
Bears versus 49ers.
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Yeah. Y'all ain't looking too hot.
Oh, no, we're done. No, the season's over with.
Ain't McCaffrey out too?
Yeah, the season's over with.
Yeah.
The season's good.
I'm still going 49.
Let me
I'm
go
still
with
going
the
49ers, though. I'm a real fan.
I'm gonna say 49ers.
I'm still a fan. I'm
New
a fan,
coach. I think they're gonna play inspired this week.
though. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go Niners.
Okay. Man, tell me something. They're going to play.
I'm the only one taking the Bears?
Not to
No,
the
you
Bears.
know Mike took him, too. They're going to play inspired.
Bro, like, come on, bro.
Bills versus Rams in Los Angeles. I know you're going to ask, so.
Bills.
Let me get the
Bills.
Bills.
You know what's actually crazy?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bills.
I can see the Rams doing something crazy.
Yeah, I
but
can
with
see
that
them.
said, I'm going with the Bills.
Yeah, I can see the Rams winning, but Bills, man.
Chargers versus Chiefs. It's Sunday night. This is a good one.
Ooh, this is a good
Where
one.
the game
but I'm
at?
still going to Chiefs.
Kansas
KC.
City.
Oh, Chiefs.
Wow, Chiefs.
Oh, the refs got them.
Yeah, I'm about to
I'm
say
gonna go
they
KC
got
too.
they got 13 man.
13 man out there.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted.
Go ahead, but the Chargers look
I'm
good,
so
though, brother.
tempted, bro.
They look good against
But
Kirko.
I'm gonna go the Chiefs. But the Chargers,
They're on the come up.
sleeper playoff team, man. I think that's an
They're
AFC
not a super
championship
playoff
team.
What?
I think that is an
They're a playoff
AFC
team.
championship.
Are they
team
better
right
than the Broncos?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
a playoff team.
Yeah, but the Broncos are the last spot for the playoffs right now.
I think the reason I say sleeper is because, obviously people are still going to consider the Ravens maybe ahead of them because of Lamar Jackson still having MVP season.
Yeah.
But this Chargers team,
They're nice.
they do everything well.
Jim Harbaugh's doing his big one.
And now the wide receiver's concerned, but for the most part,
Nah,
they,
Lad
they
was
do everything
hooping.
well. They do everything
Lad
well.
hoops. Lad hoops. That's all I'm gonna say. Monday Night Football. Bengals at the Cowboys.
This is
Who we taking?
disgusting.
This is a bad Monday night game, so I can't front.
The Cowboys home?
Yeah, the Cowboys home though. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Are the Bengals healthy?
Give me the Bengals.
The Bengals aren't good.
Are
It's
they
just
healthy?
Well,
though?
no, tell me, I'm going to Bengals. No,
I'm going to Bengals
I'm
because,
going to
I'm going to Bengals.
I'm going to
Hold
Bengals.
on.
If they're
Who
healthy,
again?
I'm going with the Bengals.
Bengals at Cowboys.
Oh, Bengals.
Listen,
So everybody's Bengals, but country.
Country, yeah.
Got you.
Hey, listen, I know I'm gonna edit a podcast next week, but it's cool.
But we don't have school next week.
Yeah, this isn't for the editing.
Yeah, that's gonna be waiting for you next semester, buddy.
I'll have this one brewing up.
Okay, cool.
Now, fellas, it's
Oh,
only one.
wait! You forgot a game.
You forgot Packers and Lions, man.
Yeah, you forgot.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Packers and Lions. Sorry,
Yeah.
Thursday night. Excuse me.
The biggest game of the week.
I wouldn't say biggest, but
It is.
I mean, I would say
It's
so.
a
Where
battle-
they-
it's a
where
battle
they-
for
what's
first
this
place.
You already know the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lions.
where's it at? Detroit. It's in Detroit.
Lions.
Lions.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that field actually matters for that one.
yeah, give me the Lions.
Yeah, give me the lines. This is sweet.
I'm going to be the outlier.
So you putting a mic.
Yeah.
Got you. That's all I need to know.
Man, stop picking underdog.
Como se
This is not an
dice?
underdog.
Como se dice Adobe Audition?
Now, fellas, getting some NBA. Just one topic. I couldn't end off the show. One of my last shows.
We talking
for a
about the
good minute.
Magic? Yes, sir.
I couldn't have done it, but these two teams have been hot. I can't sit here and lie. The Magic won 11 out of 12 games straight.
12 out of 13.
Excuse me, 12 out of 13 now.
Yep.
Houston Rockets are 15-6. Are you buying in the hype right now for either teams right now with these hot starts?
Absolutely. I could definitely see these two teams meeting in the finals in the next 5 years or so.
You see, I'm not saying that.
Like, they got no hold
And
on.
not
that
saying
concludes
that.
another great
That's
episode
crazy. That's
of
not
Halftime
crazy.
with the Playmakers.
It's not crazy.
That's not crazy.
not
The way
crazy.
these two teams play defense and guard, this is really old school gritty basketball that you grew up watching. You a little older, so you've seen the little gritty basketball.
Oh, my God.
The
Wait, that was a crazy back.
No, listen. This is the nice gritty basketball that G grew up watching.
That's so
and
crazy.
the way these teams,
He
the way
called
that
you Unc,
the
basically.
way that we're holding, the way that the Magic and the Houston Rockets, I'm gonna give them their flowers too.
Yeah, because y'all.
The way
y'all
that we're
really not
holding these
getting no
teams,
flowers.
the way that we're holding these teams to under 100 points on a regular basis, the personnel that both of these teams have it's amazing. I'll speak on the Rockets a little bit.
But they got to do it 4 times though.
What they gotta do with G's age?
What 4 times? What are you talking about 4 times? What are you talking about?
You talking about going to the finals?
I can see them.
They got to
in
do
the,
it 4.
I
They
said
gotta
they-
do it.
He's saying up
in
like
the-
in
in
5
the
years.
next
like
5
in the next
years.
5 years. That's what
Oh,
he said.
okay.
Yeah,
I
he said like next 5
thought
years.
you were saying this year. Okay. all right.
No. I
no,
mean,
no.
they're a couple injuries away, but
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
neither here nor there.
That was crazy.
People
son.
laughed at me, the Playmakers, when I said the Magic would be the 4th seed this year. Everybody had them 6, 7, and without Paolo Banchero, an All NBA caliber player, we're the 3rd best team in the Eastern Conference. We have a Most Improved Player candidate. We have an All Defensive Team candidate as well.
Y'all fall apart eventually.
What is your team? Oh, the Heat. Oh,
And the
y'all already
Clippers.
fell apart.
And
Y'all
the-
fell apart.
And the Clippers.
Y'all fell
Don't
apart.
forget the Clippers.
The Clippers are horrible. I
That's
don't
what
know
I'm
why
saying.
they-
Like, I look
I don't know why
like
you
Norman
said
Powell's
they
your
lost to
Norman
the Clippers.
Norman Powell's your leading scorer.
What's wrong with Norman Powell?
That's bad.
He's
You have
30
no-
and he's having his best year of his career. That's not gonna. That's not
I
sustainable.
expected that, though.
That's not.
I
That's
knew
not.
he said this. I said Norman Powell is gonna be our leading
It's not
scorer.
sustainable. But back to the Rockets. Amen Thompson and Tari Eason, that defensive tandem is spectacular to watch.
Whoever edited this, clip this up. I gotta keep this for reference every time Mike says something bad about the Rockets. Keep going. I'm clipping all this.
I didn't say what I just say bad.
No, I'm saying when you do in the group chat, I'm clipping this and I'm putting in the
Oh.
group chat. Keep going though. Keep
Jabari
going.
Smith Jr.
Keep going.
That's the only part where I'm like, his game needs to get more consistent with the jumper. He's shooting about 35-36% right now. If he
Yeah.
can hit that 41%,
It's
The
early
Ro-
though. We only a month in though.
the
but-
Rockets will be dangerous. He's what they need in that 4 spot, that stretch 4. His defense is already there. At the 1, obviously Fred and Dylan.
Fred's been hooping.
Fred and Dylan are they're the vets on this team. But once their time is up in a year or two, Amen will slide in, and then Amen will probably slide in at the 3. He's very long. Pause. He's very long and rangy. 6'7". He's strong. It's like he can play that 1 through the 3. So it's like
Yeah.
this Rockets team is like it's fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah,
Fun to watch. I'm clipping that.
it's fun to watch.
Go,
Yeah,
Justin.
you should watch your words.
Listen, man. I'm gonna go with the Magic first. I'm gonna talk about the Magic just because I do feel like this is a great sign that they've been able to sustain this level of play
Yeah,
without
without
their
Paolo.
best player.
Yeah.
I have slight concerns for how he's gonna fit into the offense when he comes back because
I don't have concerns
think-
for Paulo. I have concerns for Franz. How
Yeah,
he's gonna
I don't-
work.
I have to see how they're gonna work around each other because Franz has had the reins for right now. He's been hot. We have to see how that meshes when they come back. But ultimately, I think adding Paulo is only going to help them in the long run. Great defensive team in a conference that's not as strong. When I talk about the Rockets, while I do think it's a fun team, this might be kind of a nasty take. This Rockets team kind of reminds me of a 2015 Atlanta Hawks team.
That
would
is
go
so
on to
niche.
win
That is
60
terrible.
games.
No, that's terrible.
That would go on to win 60 games. And the reason I say that is because there's not really any key player on this team that's like in the 7-game series against the best
Key
of
player.
the conference.
That is so
Alperen
niche.
Sengun?
I mean, Alperen
And he's
Sengun is-
younger than
Alperen
Al Horford
Sengun-
was.
Listen,
All-star?
Alperen Sengun is shooting below league average at the rim right now. And he doesn't shoot well from 3. And I don't think that in a
But
playoff
that- but-
series,
but
that's
we don't
scaring
look at him
teams
to
like
shoot threes.
OKC, who, by the way, OKC lost his game by 3. They didn't have
Yeah.
Chet. They didn't have Chet
We
playing
didn't,
that
we
game.
didn't have
You know
Chet
what I mean?
or we didn't have Jalen Williams too.
Jalen Williams was playing.
And Shea,
Oh, he would. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the game he got injured in.
and Shea still
Okay.
got off. As good as your defensive tandem was,
Offense is gonna always outweigh defense.
30 points on 50, 40.
I mean, Shea just hard to guard.
Like,
I'm saying.
Like,
I think players like that are going to give y'all some issues. Teams that actually
Yeah.
have that real star player who can go out and get you 30 efficiently, not have to take too many shots. I mean, Houston Rockets, I'm not really looking at a team that's like any key player that really fears me on a night-to-night basis.
Nah, yeah,
I look at 2 young guards, though, coming off the bench. There's like, okay, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because they come out, they provide a spark with their defense, get energy, get steals, play well in transition. Like, Amen and Tari, that scares me. But in terms of the starting lineup, it's like, we can deal with Fred VanVleet. We can deal with Sengun if we need to. If Jalen Green gets hot, we have answers for that. You know what I mean? It's just...
But the thing is,
oh,
Amen Thompson,
It's
like
different.
he's different. It's like, you know how you got players in the NBA, they just love to play offense. It's like he thrives off of playing defense. Like, if he could go a game like a Dennis Rodman stat with 0 points, 0 assists, 5 blocks,
He would
and
do
10
it.
rebounds,
Steals.
he would
do
do it. And it's like he loves the role of being the defender. Like, oh, man, go hound him, and he would do that for the whole 48 minutes. But I would say Houston is a scary team. But the problem is, and I'm telling y'all, it's still gonna be the problem, is Jalen Green.
yeah, I was just about to say that. My thing with
He's
Jalen
not
Green
a team
is
player.
not even that.
He needs to be
He's
consistent.
streaky. He's
Yeah.
streaky. Like, one night he might go drop 40. Next night, 10, 15, 20. But then you have Alperen Sengun, who is just he's consistent. He'll get boards, get rebounds, get assists. Like, he'll constantly produce. But I think our offense kind of depends too much on JG. If JG's not going, then everything is slow.
But the problem
If
with
JG's
JG
going, we're good.
But the problem with JG is, bro, when you're not going, find other ways to start going.
And
You feel me?
I don't
And
think
that's his
he's
problem.
learned that yet.
He's too immature. Like, it's like if Jay shot's not going, if he can't drive to the basket, he just started. He think he's on a hoop mixtape. And he's trying too hard. And it's like it kills the morality of the team. And I'm glad,
it does.
I'm glad that so far the team has been able to be like. And it's so crazy because it's like that's why Amen Thompson is so important to y'all team, because what JG lacks is what Amen Thompson really like thrives off of.
And Amen's getting a jumper in the corner.
Man, Amen just needs to get a bag.
Hey, he gets offensive bag.
He gets an offensive bag. We talking about Kawhi Leonard.
His corner threes is above 35% right now. Last year I couldn't say that. Last year I would say Amen do not shoot the ball at all. But this year, shoot the ball in the corner. Like it's dropping.
It might be an outrageous take, but I feel as though if they could find a way to trade Jalen Green for some key assets or even a premier scorer, I promise. Like it's like this, right? If they trade Jalen Green to the New Orleans Pelicans for CJ McCollum,
I don't want CJ.
But
I think he's too small for that what they got going on.
But it's like CJ's that sample size of that scorer that you need and knows how to create.
Agreed.
Or even if you could get somebody in the Brandon Ingram caliber player. Like, because me personally, I don't think New Orleans is going to last for long with the way they playing.
Yeah, I would take right now, at least for like point guards or like just a scorer. Yes, it's too small, but I mean, Philly's record hasn't shown it can work, but Jared McCain and Tyrese Maxey going together, I would want Darius Garland. Fred VanVleet.
I have a name to throw out for y'all.
Who?
I don't know how y'all feel about this player because I don't think we've really talked about him. But Jordan Poole.
Nah, I see what you're saying, Mike. I do see what you're saying. I'm not opposed of it, but Jordan Poole is just the same player as Jalen Green.
No, but he's more efficient.
No,
they're both immature.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I mean, Jordan Poole.
We don't need that.
Jordan Poole has been on a championship winning team. What are you talking about?
We don't need Jordan Poole right now.
But Mike, the thing is, you're trying to get away from that type of player. You're not gonna trade to get that type of player.
But you have
back.
everything else on this team. You just need a go-to score on this team. You just need a go-to score.
We're trading two streaky players on opposite teams. No,
okay,
we're not winning.
Let's look at a player who hasn't necessarily been as streaky. I think Cam Thomas could be a reasonable solution for y'all.
Cam Thomas is streaky too.
Bro, Jordan Poole's averaging 21,
we're
5 assists.
We're not talking about the player. You feel me? I mean, we are talking
I'm talking about the player as far as streakiness.
We're talking about as far as like the veteran leadership that they need as a scorer. Like if you know that your game is off, how can you make everybody around you better? And with Jalen Green, if Jalen Green is off, his entire game is off. He don't know what to do after that. And that's my whole thing. If you bring Jordan Poole into it, you're doing the same thing with just a higher name player.
So Devin Booker, that's what we're looking for?
Maybe.
That would be perfect.
But fellas, this concludes another episode of Halftime the Playmakers. But before we get out, we got some last shout outs.
Hard to say goodbye.
Mike, go ahead, brother. Start us off.
Oh, I forgot. You gotta go last. My fault.
AG, you gotta go last, brother. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You gotta go last.
But gotta thank my Lord and Savior for getting me through a long, gruesome semester. Got 3 more semesters before I graduate. The old head's about to get up out of here soon. So, hopefully, we got some guys that can take a step up. But yeah, I gotta thank the guys in the studio: Jeffrey Hood Jr., Gerald Thomas III. Some good mentors. Y'all gonna be missed. And I'm not gonna get a chance to say this, by the end of the year, but P coming back, guys. We got about a couple weeks left. Oh, hold on. I gotta say this too. Last part of my shout outs. I went to the Magic game about a week ago, and that was my first NBA game ever. Bro, NBA players are massive, bro. Franz Wagner, he got a frame on him.
Jeff,
bro.
you can cut off his mic, by the way.
Franz Wagner got a frame on him.
At any point, I think it's good.
Go, Justin.
He's long.
Go, Justin.
Muscular.
Go, Justin.
He got a body, bro.
Go, Justin.
He's long, huh?
Hey,
Justin.
True.
Go, Justin.
He got a body, bro.
Go, Justin. Justin, go.
My bad. But shout out to God, and I just want to give a shout out to the opportunities that you two have, Jeff G. God has blessed y'all with some amazing things in y'all life, and I really hope that y'all continue to take advantage of it the way that he has. And I'm super proud of y'all. I didn't get to know you for too long, G, but coming in the studio, getting to talk sports with you, one of the highlights of the week. And same here with you, Jeff. We met a couple of years ago. You worked your tail off to get to this opportunity to the point you have today. So I look forward to seeing what you do next. And Yeah, shout out to the opportunities that the rest of y'all have in the studio as well. Great semester for y'all, fellas.
Thank you, Justin.
I want to shout out my Lord and Savior. Happy birthday to the birthday boy. Cakes and candles.
Appreciate you, Brody.
Buttercream frosting.
And overall though, good luck to the both of y'all. I hope y'all go and do amazing things. I know y'all gonna do amazing things too. It's a blessing. It's a good opportunity. You know, I look up to y'all in terms of inspiration where y'all going. So.
Man, I just want to thank all y'all, man. Y'all really been doing, y'all really like motivation if y'all didn't know. Like Jeff, G, like y'all really been doing this thing for a minute now, and it's like to see everything that y'all coming to and seeing everything that y'all getting, it's like it's very happening for me to see, because now it's like we can see the next group of people that's gonna come out right under y'all. It's like seeing the foundation that y'all set. You heard me? So it's like I'm very much appreciated for the all. I mean, I say this, I'm being selfish because I'm gonna miss my boy, man. I'm gonna miss you. Like, you going down, you gonna be gone for a whole month, man. You know, we ain't gonna see you like that no more. You too, G. Like, sometimes like you wish that some people don't leave, but it's at the same time you understand why they gotta leave. They gotta do bigger and better things. And it's like, I'm happy for you guys, like real talk. And it's gonna be good, man.
Getting emotional.
Yeah, very emotional, man. It sounds like the end of the Playmakers.
Well,
The Jeff Makers, man. Like,
okay, that was insane.
That's more glazed than me,
Yeah,
bro.
I ain't gonna, you just call us Alvin and the Chipmunks.
hey, listen, y'all can say what y'all want, but you gotta give a man his flowers.
Oh, no,
Jeff
definitely
like, make it go,
like
man.
Jeff put a lot of us on. Like we could say what we want to say. Like
100%.
if it wasn't for Jeff, it won't be no Playmakers. Like
I real.
you don't think about the Playmakers without thinking about Jeffrey Hood Jr.
That's why he going where he going.
And on that note, I want to thank God. I want to thank my family, even the family that became my family this year. You guys took a chance on me as a freshman, especially you, Jeff. Ahmad out there listening, Brian as well. But I wasn't sure the direction I wanted to go when I got to college, but kind of helped me, craft my skill, especially in this avenue of journalism. And I can't be more thankful. I know you're gonna do huge things at ESPN, and we're gonna continue to be your biggest supporters. You always got a spot at the station, and I know you'll be back. But you'll be back with tons of wisdom and stuff. And G, man, I had a short time with you. First time I think I met you, I was working on an article with Coach Simmons during the Southern game. And since then, you always been somebody I can turn to for some quick confirmation on some stats or some quick advice, man. And I can't thank you enough. We had a time at Classic, so that was cool. But I know you were going, doing great things, and congratulations, man, on graduating, and we'll be there at your ceremony.
Hey, man, y'all boys trying to make me emotional out here, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah, first off, appreciate all y'all boys, just taking me in, letting me jump on the show. And, when I sit down and think about it, I got to Tallahassee 2.5 years ago, and I never expected to make, these amount of friends, brothers, any type of thing when I first arrived here, because, I came here straight to work. I didn't come here to go back to school, and, that's where I got led to. I got led to, re-enroll back in school and go back and get my master's. So, for me to go and do it, I know I'm the one of the older guys of the group. So, I know y'all, get on me a little bit about that. But, it's something that, it's something to be proud of too. You know what I mean? Because y'all look at me with a certain amount of expectation to know things and to be able to help y'all out. And that's something that I really cherish. Like, and I always say, I came in on the Playmakers. I said, Jeff took me in. It wasn't I was putting Jeff on. Like, I said, I don't run nothing at the Playmakers. I'm just a guy that's on the show. So, appreciate you for that opportunity, because this was something different, that I didn't do in undergrad, with radio or anything like that back when I was in, getting my degree from Valdosta State, a few years ago. So, it's just been a good ride though, man. Like, it's been a good ride. It's something that I'm really appreciative for, and I really feel like it was. I guess I say it's a long time coming. I guess the way to put it, just for lack of a better term. But man, it's just been great, man. It's just been great these last 2 years being here in Tallahassee and being at FAMU specifically. It just, it's some of the best years of my life, and it's times that I won't ever forget. So, y'all already know me, man. I'll still be around. I'll still be in Tallahassee, and y'all, of course, with the work that I do, I'm still be on campus from time to time. So, I ain't gonna be no stranger. And so yeah, man, appreciate y'all boys for bringing me in, man. GT, 3P from the C-Pole. You know what I'm saying? Forever a playmaker, man. Off the air.
We going to your job.
Bro, leave me alone.
I had to ruin it, dog.
Well,
What's good? What's hood?
yeah.
It's your boy, Jeffrey Jr.
Hefe.
First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I don't know if y'all know this, but what was it? My sophomore year here, I wasn't even on the podcast. I was literally editing. Like, I had to work up through the ranks with Ahmad, Brian, who else? Malik, Tristan, Deanne, all those guys. And then sophomore spring year, I was on air. And to now, this is my last show for a good little minute. I appreciate everybody on the journey. Like I said, Ahmad, Tristan, Deanne, Malik, all the guys, man. Even you guys in the studio with me right now. Y'all push me every day, and it's just so amazing because I seen everybody grow. Jalen growing every day. Country is on air now doing non-sports things related, like growing. EJ, fabulous work that you do. Like, I don't think I ever told you, but all the hard work and dedication you put in, bro, it's amazing. Like, Mike, the strides, bro. First you was quiet, timid. Now you yelling about the Magic and Franz Wagner left and right. But I just see you grow every day, like, and you still have a lot to grow, and I think you will. G, just all the times, the press conferences, you'll be like, man, ask the first question, don't be scared, and just give me new writing styles and new writing ideas. Justin, we met right around campus, correct?
Right.
Met Justin in an editing booth, and we were sitting there talking about life. Like, I didn't even know he was from Georgia, and he put me onto a lot of editing tips and just everything about life. And I didn't even know he wanted to do this until he brought it to my attention. He came to audition, he killed it, and I didn't know that about him. And then ever since then, we built a bond. Talks about the Hawks all the time, but always dropping in little gems that I take from him. So shout out to you guys, man. I'm gonna miss you guys so much. I don't think you guys understand this. Like, I'm finna be in Charlotte for like six months out of my life, and it's gonna be different because I won't be walking in ranting about the 49ers, Duke, the Rockets. Like, I just hope that when I leave, that you guys still carry this on, because like Ahmad gave me the keys, and now I gotta hand the keys to somebody else temporarily. So I hope that y'all do y'all job, man. Y'all keep being great. I know EJ, you finna graduate by the time I get back, but
Yeah.
EJ, I know you finna be the man. Like, I know you are when you finna graduate. Same with you, Justin. You won't be here when I get back, but I know you finna be the man. Like, y'all put so much work that nobody really notices or gives y'all credit, but I'll be the first one to tell y'all.
Appreciate it, my boy.
Yeah, man, I miss y'all a lot. I love y'all brothers. Y'all like my brothers, like brothers I don't have, like, and that's hard for me to say because I don't tell people I love them a lot. So I appreciate y'all. I enjoyed every moment, and I pray that y'all continue to keep this going. I pray that y'all keep working hard and just use me as motivation. Like, we can do this too. If somebody's sitting here, like, that's what I use when Ahmad left. So I hope y'all use me, use G as motivation that, hey, we can really go through with this. But other than that, man, it's not a goodbye, but it's to see you guys later. This concludes another episode of Halftime with the Playmakers. Halftime with the Playmakers is produced in the studios of WANM-FM 90.5 in the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication at Florida A&M University.